Being a polarizing babe, haha. If you are a polarizing baby, can you tap in? Tap in. If you're a polarizing man or woman, tap in kindly. What is a polarizing babe? A polarizing babe is basically a babe or just somebody. It doesn't even have to be a babe, but a polarizing person is a person that when you just meet somebody or step inside the room, it's either hate or love. And hate is hate to the core, and love is love. Like there's no in between with you. The way people experience you, there are no in betweens. Like people just either love you or they hate you. A good example of a polarizing person, a celebrity, is Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is straight up polarizing. Like I've never heard of somebody that feels in between about Nicki. Even her peers in the game are usually like it's black and white. There's no gray area. It's either you love her or you hate her. And love is love. Because when we look at her funds, the barbs, the barbs go hard for Nicki. And when we look at where it is at, where her career is at right now, it is the barbs that are pushing it because she's been blackballed in the industry right now. And the barbs is what is keeping her afloat when we look at it. And why has she been blackballed? Because she is polarizing. Okay, this is an example because she's a celebrity that many people know about. Like, there's nobody else I can give an example of so that people can get it. Now, if you're a polarizing person, this is the kind of effect that you have on people. You are extremely polarizing to a point where, number one, you can't keep people for long. And sometimes you can be polarizing in a way that somebody will love you at first, and then it turns to hate real quick, and there's no in between. And that person just has to live your life, or that person has to exit, or God removes that person. And most of the time, when you look at it, you will have a hard time making friends. And not making friends, keeping friends. When you are a polarizing person, it's hard for you to keep friends. And when you are a polarizing person also, it's hard for you to maintain relationships because romantic. Because people are people at the end of the day. And if you are polarizing, you are just polarizing. It's just not to female friendships. It is going to obviously extend to romantic relationships. And even guys, if you're a guy, obviously, if you're a polarizing guy, I think that's the same. And it is hard to keep romantic relationships, meaning at first, the person will love you or may have fallen in love with the idea of you. And the polarizing may come out like you having strong boundaries, and that's very admirable. But as the relationship goes on, remember you're polarizing, and you basically you're just like a lion. I'd say lion character, lioness energy, lion character, lion energy. Basically, you roar sometimes when even nobody's watching, when even there's no need to, but you're roaring in the spirit. You just built different. And you're gonna be polarizing the guys away. They may have fallen in love with you at first, but they quickly realize that, no, this is like kind of too much for me. So let me leave. Or even vice versa. If you're a guy, you may have been yourself. The moment you are your full self and you settle down in your element, in your essence, you realize people are repulsed. You realize the ladies are repulsed. And the repulsion is almost immediate, and like it's almost like it's black and white. It's like, no, I don't want this person anymore. And you wonder what it is. Sometimes, hear me out. Sometimes it may be maybe the spirit of rejection, yeah? Because there is that. Remember, life is spiritual. You may be experiencing a spirit of rejection. Yeah, that's number one. But if it is not that, sometimes you're just polarizing. You're just built in a way that when you or when people encounter you, and most likely you're a truth teller. If you're a truth teller, let me just say this, you're going to be polarizing. And in fact, that is the whole intent of being polarizing. You're a truth teller. You tell it the way it is. When you're somebody that says the truth and is not afraid to say the truth, you're not afraid to upset anybody. You are saying what you are seeing or what you have observed without sugarcoating, without considering anybody's feelings. Definitely, you're gonna have people upset. And now it gets to a point where that is who you are. It is inside you, even without opening your mouth. It's like you're already like telling the truth. It's like you're a mirror. When you're a polarizing person, you're a mirror. You're a mirror. It's like a mirror that is being held in front of somebody. And that person might see their own image and not like their image. And now that is how it is. Sometimes you are quiet, like you've not spoken a word, but that person, it's like a mirror held up to that person. And that person sees their image inside that mirror. And they don't like the image. And that is the truth telling that I'm trying to say. Because when you look at it objectively, with the truth telling, sometimes you're quiet. But just because you're built like a mirror, the person is going to get offended. And that is why when you meet somebody at first sight, the person is already hating you. Because we've said is either hate or love. And it can be love at first sight, it can be hate at first sight. But the hate will never translate to love, will never transform to love, will never like turn to become love. But the love will turn to become hate, that's for sure. Because with the amount of truth telling you do, there is no absolute way that somebody's gonna be just there waiting for the truth. And that is why I put Nicki Minaj like a case study. Because I don't have any gospel artists that I know of to put in this category. So I just go with her because many people know her character. And as you've seen her, when she gets into a room, it is always like that. Like, I've never been there, obviously, with her. I've never been in the same room with her. But you can almost feel her energy on the TV screen. It is coming off as intimidating. Why? And There was a quote that said somebody somewhere that most people who hate Nicki Minaj have low self esteem. And I was laughing it off with a friend and I was like, oh, really? Yeah, this might be true, but okay. That aside, but you can kind of get the drama of what I'm trying to say, the gist of what I'm trying to say. Most people who you hold up the mirror for have really low self esteem if you think about it objectively. And this can be platonic or romantic. It is not everybody that is in a romantic position or is trying to play the romantic partner with you that has really healthy, let's put it healthy, self esteem. Let's not say her a low, but does not have a healthy self esteem. It is not everybody that comes to a romantic place with you that is on the same wavelength with you. So when we look at being polarizing, you can be polarizing to family. You can be polarizing to at your workplace, the business you do, the fans that you have on your channel, or anywhere you are. And it really takes a strong person to be polarizing like that. Like it really takes a strong mind to accept that they are polarizing. Because a strong mind is a mind that is not afraid to be alone. Because with this type of character, you're going to be finding yourself alone. In that your peers from the industry, if you are in the industry or whatever place you are in, will definitely have left you alone. Because why? You want to sing songs, for example, you want to sing songs that are not being sang. You want to push a message that is not being pushed out at that time. And so people are scared. Or for example, you're an author, you're writing a book, and the mind that you have is a smart mind to a place where you're not writing a love book at that time when everybody in the industry is writing love. You are trying to write psychology, for example. You are not going to be around people. Obviously, people are going to be repulsed because they be like, oh, she thinks she's different. Oh, she always wants to do her thing. She thinks she's better because she wants to do her thing. And that is the whole point. But everybody wants to be better. Duh. Everybody wants to be different. And that is the polarizing effect. And so you can meet people as a polarizing person and you can just be normal. You don't talk. But the moment you open your mouth, it's over for you. The moment you share your gifts, you share the ideas you have, it's over for you. Or the moment that you sound knowledgeable, just a little bit of knowledgeable in a certain area, the mirror has already been held up high. And so to anybody that is polarizing, I hope you're enjoying this episode and finding a lot about yourself. But I want you to know that this is how God has created you. And this is by design. God never creates you to fit in. Actually, everybody in this world is not meant to fit in, but people really strive to fit in because they want to belong. But if you are polarizing, you are probably aware of the fact that you will never belong. Or the fact that you're always going to be standing out. Like if this is a tangerine, you're a garlic piece in that tangerine. Or if this is garlic, you're the tangerine, you're one piece of a tangerine inside the garlic clove, you know. So basically that is it, guys. But kindly like, follow, and subscribe to my channel because this is a channel where we drop a lot of mental gems and yeah, just that. So subscribe, y'all.